Hello students, a very good morning. Today let's discuss again the MCQ question based on current electricity, because today as your RT paper is physics is here, so that's why we will just end our chapter today with this discussion on topics, and after this day we will again start the RT third syllabus, that is magnetic effect of current, and their questions we will will discuss in next class. So for today, let's again discuss the some more questions, as number of questions we have discussed already. I think that is topic is now clear. So this is just for your practice. So let's see the first question. It is a nichrome wire 1 meter long and 1 mm square in cross sectional area draws 4 ampere at 2 volt. Then the resistivity of nichrome is what? So as you know, the resistivity that can be calculated by the formula rho is equal to RA upon L. So if we will use this formula, then we can find out the resistivity. Now let's see what is given in our question. So in our question it is given the voltage is given 2 volt and the current is given that is 4 ampere. So it is given the nichrome wire that is drawing a current 4 ampere at 2 volt. So we can find out the value of resistance from here. So the value of resistance of nichrome wire, this will be equal to now 0.5 ohm. So as this value is we have got now with this one, LA of the wire, length of the wire is 1 meter long, cross sectional area is given 1 mm square. So you can just convert it into the meter square. Now let's put all the values in our question. So R, it has value now 0.5, area it has value 1 mm square, and 1 mm square, you know, this is equal to 10 to the power minus 6 meter square. So we can have now the square of this one, and the square of this is given by 10 power minus 6, not the square, 10 power minus 6, and L has value 1 meter. So finally what we will get? We will get 5 into 10 to the power minus 7. This is the resistivity of the nichrome wire, for which the description is given in our question. Now the next question after this one is the resistance of a wire at 20 degrees Celsius is 20 ohms and at 500 degrees Celsius is 60 ohms. Then at which temperature its resistance will be 25 ohm. So as you know, the resistance of the wire is related with the temperature by the formula RT is equal to R0 1 plus alpha T minus T0. So this formula you have understood already, you have studied. So we can use this formula. Now let's see for the first one. For first one it is given if 20 degrees Celsius temperature we have, then that time the 20 ohm resistance, and at 500 degrees Celsius 60 ohm resistance. So by substituting the values we will have the formula, that is now RT is given, this is now 60 ohm at temperature, that is T has value 500 degrees Celsius, and R0 was the initial temperature, that is initial resistance. This is 20 ohms in our question. Now this will be 1 plus alpha, we don't know what is the value of alpha, so we can write it as it is. T is value 500 degrees Celsius, T0 is 20 degrees Celsius. So I think this is now clear for the formula. Initial temperature and resistance is R0, T0, that is 20 and 20, and the final temperature and resistance is 500 degrees Celsius and 60 ohm. So we can find out alpha from here. The temperature coefficient we can find out, and if you will find out, then alpha will have the value now, that is equal to 2 upon 480. You can solve it now. Now next one we have to find out what will be at which temperature the resistance will be now 25 ohm. So let's find out again using this same equation. So for this equation, RT is now given in our question, that is 25 ohm, and R0 as it is given initial already 20, then 1 plus alpha, here alpha has value 1 upon 240. So we can write 1 by 240. And now the final temperature we have to find out. We don't know what is this one. T we will get, and here it is now 20. So here you can see you have a equation. Now if you will solve this equation, then we can find out easily the value of T. And the value of T is obtained by solving this equation is 80 degrees Celsius. So it means that at 80 degrees Celsius we will have the temperature that resistance that is equal to 25 ohm. So this is also a different question, that is the variation of this resistance with temperature. The question is dependent on that one. Now next question we have, calculate the current through the battery and through a resistance of 6 ohm in given figure. So here let's see first of all what is the figure. So this is now our figure that is given in our question, and here the values of resistances are given. This is 10 ohm resistance, this is 1 ohm, this is 7 ohm, and this is 6 ohm. All the values are in ohms. Next one is here, this is 8 ohm. Now 2 ohm is given, and the battery that we have used, that has potential 20 volt and it has internal resistance 0.5 ohm. So this is all in our question. Now we have to find out what will be the current through the battery first of all, and then we have to find out what will be the current through the resistance of 6 ohm here. So let's find out this one. So here in this question, first of all you will solve it for the combination of resistances. You can see 7, 1 and 10. These three resistors are in series. So we can just find out their resistance. Then resistance will be equal to addition of these one. So that is equal to now 18 ohm. So you can just replace this whole by a single wire, and that single wire will have 18 ohm resistance now. Now next one, if you will see these two resistors and these two are connected in parallel. So if we will solve them by the parallel rule, then their values can be replaced by one resistor only. So this circuit can be now replaced by this one, and if you will find out the value, then that is obtained as 4.5 ohm. So this is now 4.5 ohm. So this is now our circuit, and in this circuit again if you will see here, these all resistors are connected in now series. So it means that for the series combination you can just add there all the resistances. So the total resistance in our circuit now, this will be equal to 2 plus 4.5 plus 8 plus again the resistance of this battery. So that is 0.5. So this is as whole resistance you can calculate. Simple, we have just solved it by the combination rule of resistors. And if you will solve, then final resistance is obtained as 15 ohm now. Now we can find out the current through the battery easily. So for this one, the current through the battery, our first question, that was current through the battery. So that is equal to V by R. V has value 20, R has value now 15. And if you will solve it, then this is equal to 1.33 amperes. So this is the value of current that is drawn from the battery. Next one, after this we have to solve what will be the current through the 6 ohm resistance. So if you will see in this figure again, just let's make our figure in this way. This is 6 and this is suppose one of the resistance here, that is 18 has value. Now as resistance or the current that is flowing through the battery, that will be junction here. So current will be divided into two parts. So if I current is coming, then it will be divided into I1 and I2. Now we can find out easily what will be the value of I1 and I2. So the I1 can be calculated that is by the formula, this is R2 into I upon R1 plus R2. So let's write down now the values that are given to us. So here R1 is what? R1 is 6 and R2 has this one that is 18. So we can find out easily what will be the value of current. So as I has value 1.33 and R2 has value now 18, and 18 plus 6 you know that is 24 and it is 1.33, and if you will solve it, then finally we will obtain the value of current that is equal to near about 1 ampere. So this is the second answer of the question. You can easily actually what you can do, you can also use the Kirchhoff's rule or the junction rule to solve this one. So if you will use junction rule, then that time you can also solve. You can use Kirchhoff's mains rule, then that time also you can solve it. You can adopt any of the method that is easy for you. Here directly I have used the formula method. Now let's see the next question. So our next question is a battery charged by supply of 100 volt as shown in figure. So let's see first of all figure. So this is 100 volt battery is given to us that is charged by the 100 volt supply. Now this is a potential source that is 12 volt and this is a resistance is given R. So this is our circuit that is given in our question. Now the charging current is 1 ampere. Then what will be the value of R? So we have to calculate the value of R in this circuit. So let's calculate it. So to calculate, as you know, the supply potential that should be equal to voltage drop across the battery plus voltage drop across the resistance according to the Kirchhoff's second rule. Whatever the supply we are providing, that should be utilized in battery plus as well as in resistance. So as supply voltage is what? That is now 100 volt. And that is going to be utilized in two ways. First in battery and second in resistance. So in resistance, here one thing is given to us. In a battery, the potential that is, suppose this is 12 volt from here, and in resistance, suppose it is now VR. So VR you can calculate from here, and that will be equal to 88 ohm. So this is our question. Also, what will be the value of resistance in this case? So the value of resistance is obtained as first of all the potential is obtained in this one. Now as the current is given in our question, that is 1 ampere current is flowing. So if 1 ampere current is flowing, then that time as all these combinations are in series, then the same current will flow through all components. So through the resistor, as 1 ampere current will flow, potential is this one. The resistance can be calculated by VR by I, and that will be equal to 88 ohm here. So this is very easy question. Now after this, the next question is a potentiometer is connected between A and B and the balance point is obtained at 203.6 centimeter. So let's write down the data that is given here. So the first data is given, the balance point we are obtaining at 203.6 centimeter. Next one, when the ends of the potentiometer connected to B is shifted to C. So first I think I should make the figure here. So here the figure is given. We have a potentiometer that is connected, and here this one is C now, this one is B now, this one is A now. So first of all, when we have connected our potentiometer between A and B, then that time this is the balance point. Suppose L1 we have obtained this one. Now when we have shifted our point from B to C, then that time the balance point is obtained as at now 24.6 centimeter. In the second case, when we have shifted B point to the C now. So if now the potentiometer is connected between B and C, then what will be the balance point? So here question is what exactly? First we have connected potentiometer between A and B, then balance point we have got. Then we have connected between B and A and C, then balance point we have got. Now we have to find out the balance point when we will connect the potential or the potentiometer between B and C. So for this one, if we can use the conservation of electric energy in this way. So if E is the total energy that is connected for between A and C. So if we have connected our potentiometer between A and C, if energy is E, then that time we can calculate it by connecting the battery across A and B, then plus connecting the battery across B and C. But here, as connecting the battery across A and B, it has the length that is 203.61. Then minus sign we will use because the polarity of the potentials are opposite here. So that's why here minus sign that we will use to make the polarity as equal. Then this will be minus, and we don't know what is the potential or the balance length for B and C. Suppose this is L dash, and here the balance length we have obtained, this is 24.6. So I think this is now clear. This is the balance point when potential is applied between, potentiometer is connected between A and C, and that should be equal to when it is connected between A and B and B and C. But as B and C, that is the opposite polarity, that's why we have used here minus sign. Now we can find out what will be the value of L dash. So this will be equal to 179.04. So this is, you can just approximate it, or we can write this one value. So for 179 centimeter, we will get the balance point when we will connect our potentiometer between B and C. So this is simple. You can say again the junction rule or the connection rule that we are using for the potentiometer. Now the next question is, a 60 volt battery would spend 1200 watt power across the resistance of. So you know the power is related by the formula to the resistance is P is equal to V square by R. So as we have to calculate here the value of resistance, then this will be equal to V square by P. And V has value in the question, that is 60 volt. So this is now 60 into 60, and power is given 1200 watt power now. You can just solve this one. So this is equal to now 3 ohm resistor. So for 3 ohm resistor we will get this value. Now let's see the next question. So next question is given, what is the resistance between point A and B in the circuit given below? All the resistances are of 1 ohm. So here first let's make the circuit here. So this is now point A and this is point B. In this way it is given to the infinite, this is infinite ladder exactly. So for infinite ladder we have to find out the equivalent resistance between A and B if the all resistances that are connecting that are of 1 ohm. So you know, suppose in the equivalent resistance between A and B, that is equal to R, then that time you can replace all these points now in this infinite ladder by just replacing this one by a single resistor. Means if we will just cut this, only this portion from the infinite ladder, then that time there will not be any change on the ladder because it is infinite of resistance, and that will have the same equivalent resistance as the whole of the circuit have. So suppose this equivalent resistance we have taken is equal to now R, and all other values are equal to 1 here. Now we can solve this resistance very easily, and we can solve this circuit. So let's solve it. So as equivalent resistance between A and B, that is equal to already R. This should be now equal to, first let's solve these two resistances in parallel combination, then all other resistances are in series combination. So we can just join these two in series, this will be 2, then plus we can solve them for parallel, and again we can join them for series. So for parallel this will be R upon 1 plus now R. And if you will now solve it, then the value is obtained as 2 plus 2R, then R upon here 1 plus R, this is now R. So let's multiply this here. So this is R plus now R square, and this will be 3R plus 2. And finally if we will solve, then this is a quadratic equation that we have got. r square minus 2r plus 2 is equal to 0. Now we can solve this quadratic equation to find out the values of r, and if you will solve this one, then its value is obtained as root 3 plus 1. So this is our final resistance. So our next question in the current electricity is n equal resistors are first connected in series and then parallel. So what is the ratio of maximum to minimum resistance? So here it is given that first of all we are connecting n equal resistances in series. After that we are connecting them parallel. Then what will be the ratio of maximum to minimum resistance? So let's see now. As whenever the resistors that are combined in series, then that time they have the effective resistance, that is maximum resistance. Because we know in series combination the resistance that is increasing, so that's why if n number of resistors are connecting in series, then that time their resistance will be equal to nr, if r is the resistance that is given. Next one here, if they are connected in parallel, then for parallel combination they will have minimum resistance. Then minimum resistance that is possible in any number that is equal to r by n. This greater will be the number of resistors, greater than less will be the resistance. So r by n, this is the minimum resistance that is possible in our circuit. So it means now we have to find out the ratio of minimum to maximum to minimum. So if ratio of maximum to minimum you will find, it means that nr upon r by n, this we have to do, and this will be equal to n square. So the ratio is equal to now n square. Next question is 40 electric bulbs are connected in series across 220 volt supply. So after one bulb is fused, the remaining 39s are connected again in series across the same potential. The illumination will be now. So as you know, the voltage terminals as same for the both of the cases, because it is given that if we are again connecting after the just one bulb is fused now, so 39 bulb we are connecting again in series, and the 40 bulb we have connected in series, and both have the same potential. So if they have same potential, then the potential that is now is equal to just 1 by r, it is changing with this one. So as now combination, illumination, exactly illumination is due to energy or the heat produced, or this energy is directly proportional to 1 by r, because this is equal to v square by r into t. So here as v square by r into t, you will see potentials are same, it means that time is also same, or for unit time if you will see, now illumination is directly proportional to 1 by r, the resistance. So here as the combination with 39 resistors have low resistance than the 40 resistors, because here you can see 39 resistors are combined in series. So if suppose each bulb has R resistance, capital R resistance, then for 39 bulb it will have 39 R, for 40 bulb this is 40 of R. So you can see now 39 R is less than the 40 R resistor, then it means that now due to the less in resistance, our this energy will increase now, and due to increase in energy the illumination of the bulb will go increasing. So it means that now the illumination will increase for the bulbs. Now next question, let's see. A current of 2 ampere passing through a conductor produces 80 joule of heat in 10 seconds. So the resistance of the conductor in ohms. So in our question, first the current is given and the heat is given and time is given. We have to find out the resistor. So through the resistor, the heat produced is equal to I square R into T. So we can find out the value of resistance through this equation. So R will be now equal to H upon I square T, and H has value, this is 80 joule. I has value, this is 2 ampere, so I square will be 4, and the time for which it is moving, that is 10 seconds. Now this is equal to 2 ohm resistor. So through this this one you can easily find out what is the value of now resistance. So students, with this topic let's end our class here for the current electricity. And as a lot of MCQs questions we have solved in these days, then that's why I think there will not be any confusion, any problem while just giving your RTs. So in next class we will discuss the magnetic effect of current and MCQs based on that. So let's see that in next class. For today let's end our class here.